Welcome. This is Seth Speaks, the nature of personal reality. This is chapter 8 and our part 10, and this is the final part of this chapter. Let's begin. So therefore, can a family be so divided and one member always appear as a hero and one the villain or the demon? You may have two children, one of whom, generally speaking, behaves like Augustus I, and one who acts like Augustus II. Because one seems so compliant and docile, and one is so violent and unruly, you may never see the connections between their behavior, thinking them so obviously different. Yet if being good, polite, and compliant is not the usual state of normal children, neither is incessant violent activity. In such cases, what you usually have is a situation in which one child is acting out unfaced aggressive behavior for the whole family. Such unreconciled patterns of activity also mean that love is not being freely expressed. Love is outgoing, as aggression is. You cannot inhibit one without similarly affecting the other. So, under such conditions, the docile, loving child is usually projecting and expressing the restrained love for the family as a whole. Both the villain and the hero will be in trouble, however, for each are denying other legitimate aspects of their experience. The same applies then to nations. Natural guilt is a creative mechanism meant to serve as a conscious spur in the solving of problems that, in your terms, no other animals ever had. By taking advantage of it, you leap still further into unknown frontiers and break through into dimensions of awareness that were always latent since the birth of the conscious mind. Natural guilt followed is a wise guide that brings along with it not only biological integrity, but triggers within consciousness aspects of activity that must otherwise remain closed. End of chapter. This marks the end of Seth Speaks, the nature of personal reality, chapter 8, and our part 10, the final part of this chapter. Let's talk about it. In this passage, Seth addresses the dynamics within a divided family, particularly focusing on the roles of children and the expression of emotions like aggression and love. He explains how one child may appear compliant and docile, while another is violent and unruly. Now, despite these surface differences, both children are manifesting aspects of the family's unresolved emotional patterns. The well-behaved child expresses restrained love, while the unruly one acts out suppressed aggression. Seth argues that these dynamics result in a lack of genuine emotional expression within the family. Furthermore, Seth draws a parallel between family dynamics and the behavior of nations. He introduces the concept of natural guilt as a creative mechanism that drives human problem solving and fosters greater awareness. Natural guilt, when followed, enhances both biological integrity and consciousness, opening up new dimensions of awareness. If you've enjoyed this chapter, if you've enjoyed this reading, please consider giving it a like, sharing with a friend, and of course, subscribing for more. Don't forget to check out the quiz that accompanies this particular part, and following that, I'll do a brief summary on the quiz questions in video format as well. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you so much. Thank you.